Okay, in this video, we're going to be going over mean absolute deviation. So that's what the letters M, A, and D stand for. So just a little bit of background. In 7th grade, y'all found the mean of numbers. So that meant that you found the average. So the way you do that is you would add the numbers up and then divide by however many numbers there were. Now, another word in mean absolute deviation that might sound familiar is absolute, as in the absolute value of a number. In 6th grade, y'all went over the absolute value of a number. So basically, the absolute value is just the distance away from 0. So if you were given the number 4.2, its distance away from 0 is 4.2. If you were given the number negative 3.2, its distance away from 0 is 3.2. So basically, you can just drop the negative. So here, this is our flip book. You can go ahead and open this up. And you should be looking at the letters M, A, and D. So M stands for mean. The A stands for the A in subtract, and D stands for do, mean, again. Now, depending on who you have as your teacher, we all kind of teach this a little bit differently. I have my students draw a chart, but again, before we dive into that, just the basic steps here. Whenever you're finding your mean, you're adding up your numbers and then dividing the sum by how many numbers there are. You're going to subtract the mean from each of the numbers you have, and then you're going to repeat step 1 with the answers from step 2. So to put it simply, you're going to add, divide, subtract, add, divide. So start yourself off. Make sure you wrote those steps. You're going to go to example 1. So example 1 says, find the mean absolute deviation. So you have the numbers 5, 10, 3, 3, and 15. Go ahead and draw yourself a chart. Once you have that chart drawn, go ahead and rewrite your numbers. So we have 5, 10, 3, 3, and 15. Okay, so our first step is to add. So we're going to go ahead and open up our calculators to the calculator app. So our numbers are 5 plus 10 plus 3 plus 3 plus 15. Press enter, you would have gotten 36. Okay, so now we have to divide. And we're going to divide by the amount of numbers we added together. So here I added together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So in your calculator, 36 divided by 5. Make sure you include a decimal point, because if you don't, it's just going to return the same fraction back to you. So 36 over 5 equals 7.2. So now that you have your mean, our next step is going to be to subtract. And up top it says subtract the mean from each value. Notice how our numbers are always going to be positive answers. So here this is subtract. And again, we're subtracting 7.2, and we're doing this all the way down. To save yourself some time, you can just draw an arrow, and that will indicate that you're subtracting all the way down. So now in your calculator, type in 5 minus 7.2. Pressing enter, you get negative 2.2. But here, we want no negatives. So if I got negative 2.2, for my answer here, I'm going to drop the negative, and this is just 2.2. Then you have 10 minus 7.2 is 2.8. 3 minus 7.2 is negative 4.2. Again, drop the negative, so 4.2. You have 2 data points as 3, so you can copy 4.2 again. And then you have 15 minus 7.2. Pressing enter, you get 7.8. Okay, so we've added, we've divided, we've subtracted. Now our fourth step is to go ahead and add these up again. So now, opening up our calculator, we have 2.2 plus 2.8 plus 4.2 plus 4.2 plus 7.8. Pressing enter, you get 21.2. Okay, but we still have our last step, which is to divide. And again, we're dividing by the amount of numbers we added together, which was 5. You should always be dividing by the same number here and here. So 21.2 divided by 5. Make sure you include a decimal point. Your answer here was 4.24. Okay, so that was your notes on mean absolute deviation.